Today we will see how we can draw this particular plan in StatPro. Okay, I'll tell you three different methods. I'll tell you three different methods to draw a plan. First one, we will use grid method. Okay, we will get help of the grid to draw this particular plan in StatPro. Just go to StatPro, open new project, space frame, provide a name as plan 1, select location, length unit will be meter and force unit will be kilonewton. Click on next and finish. Look at this. Plan is always in top view. Okay, we see the plan from top view and the direction will be always xz. This particular direction is x direction, this direction is z direction, and what is the plane? Xz plane. In xz plane we will make plan always, and it is from top view. Just remember it. We see the plan from top view, it is always in xz plane. This particular direction is x direction and this one is a z direction. Okay, now in this StatPro window, just go to edit. When you click on edit, it will ask you for the plane. So I just set a grid in xz plane. Go to xz and click on OK. Now my grid is in xz plane. These are the view cubes: front view, back view, right side view, left side view, top view and bottom view. These are the view cubes: front view, back view, right side view, left side view, top view, and this one is the bottom view, isometric view. Okay, then go to top view here because we want to make a plan in top view. Okay, just wait for a minute, guys. Okay, just go to the top view over here. When you click on top view, grid will come in a top view. Now we have to make a plan, this plan. So we will start the plan from 0, 0, 0. This particular coordinate we will take 0, 0 and 0. Okay, and we are starting a plan from 0. So this particular node is a 0. Just click on that particular node. Now you can due to network problem it is disconnected. Okay, so just we will continue from it. We will start the plan to draw from 0, 0, 0, and we will move in x direction up to 4 meter. Just click on 4 to create a beam of 4 meter. Then click on then go to up to a 2 meter length. Okay, and click on 6. 0 to 4, 4 to 6. Now what about z direction? Just go to 2 meter in z direction now. 2 meters in z direction. Again go to 4 meters. Then come 2 meter in x direction. We will again come 6 meters up to 6 meter in x direction. Again go upside and click on 2. No, it's not up to 2. It is up to 4. Okay, just click on 4 meter. Then again click on it and come up to 4 meter in x direction and go down. Whenever there is a dead end and you can't go further, just click on the particular snap node beam option over here. Click on the snap node beam option and again click on that particular option to switch on the grid. When you click first, the grid is off. When you click again, grid is on, and you will get a new cursor. Okay, from this cursor you can start drawing like that. There is another dead end. Again click and restart. Again click and restart. Like that we will draw whole plan. I will repeat this. Just I delete. Switch on the grid, click on 0, then come 4 meters in x direction, again 2 meters in x direction, come down up to 2 meters, again up to 4 meters, come in left side up to 2 meters, then again 4 meters, go up side up to 2 meters, come rightward side up to 4 meters, come down, there is a dead end, so switch off the grid, again on the grid and start from this node. Draw these two beams, again that there is a dead end, please switch off and on. Draw this particular beam, again switch off and on. This is the grid method by which we can draw a plan, but grid method has limitations. How to rotate the grid? You can set a grid plan, just go to edit and from here xz, xy, yz, whatever you want. Okay, what are the limitations? If I have a plan like that, 4.4 meter, 1.8 meter, 2.7 meter, 3.2 meter, then there will be there is no grid for the ununiform data. If I set the grid for 4.4, it will be multiply with a 4.4. If I set a grid for 1.8, it will be multiple of 1.8. Okay, so we can't draw this type of plan with the help of grid, but this type of simple plan we can draw with the help of grid only, right? So what about the another method? The second method is coordinate method. I just delete this. The next method will be coordinate method. Suppose I know the coordinates of all the nodes. What are the coordinates? This one is 0, 0, 0. What about it? 4, 0, 0, right? What about this node? 6, 0, 0. What about this? 0, 0, 4 in z direction, right? What about next? 0 in x, 0 in y, and 6 in z, right? What about the next node? This particular node, 4 in x, 4, 0, 2 in z direction. What about the next coordinate? 6, 0, and 2. Okay. This one, 4, 0, and 4. So you have to draw all the, or you have to find out all the 4, all the coordinates. 6. What about it? 6, 0, 6. Now we know all the coordinates. Just go to StatPro now and draw all coordinates. First will be 0, 0, 0. Second 4 comma 0, provide 4 in x direction and 0 0 in yz. Next one 6 comma 0 6 and 0 0. What about the next? Look overhead. All the nodes are created, 3 nodes, okay, which we provided in a coordinate. 0 0 4. Just provide 0, tab 0, tab 4. Enter. Look over here. Node is created. Next one is 4 comma 0 comma 2. Provide 4, tab 0, tab 2. Enter. Then 6 comma 0 comma 2. 6 tab 0 tab 2. Enter. Node is created. Then 4 0 4. 4 tab 0 tab 4. Enter. Then what is next? 0 0 6. 0 0 6. Enter. Just press tab, okay, to change the particular option from X to Y and Y to Z. You have to press the tab button in your keyboard. 406. Write 4 tab 0 tab 6. Enter. Then 606. 606. Enter. Look at this. We have created all the nodes. Now we have to insert a beam in between the nodes. For that, we will use the add beam function over here. Go to add beam. Add all the beams one by one, okay? I'll tell you one shortcut also, how we can create all the beams. Like that, we need to create all the beams. Okay. What about the shortcut? I just delete all the beam. No. Nodes are left. Take a node cursor. Select all the nodes. Go to geometry. Connect beam along x-axis. Okay. All the x direction beams are created. Again go to geometry. Connect beam along z-axis. Okay. All the z direction beams are created now. Okay. What is the next method? To draw a plan. Again, I just want to delete this, okay? Because I'll tell you the next method. First one is the grid method. With the help of grid, we draw a plan. Second one is a coordinate method. And third one is a very easy method, which is copy and paste method. We will copy the node and paste in x direction, copy the node and paste in z direction. First, we have to create one node at 0 comma 0 comma 0. Okay, this node is created at 0 comma 0 comma 0 over here. We have created it. I just removed all the coordinates. We have created first node at 0 comma 0 comma 0. Now go to node cursor, select that particular node, right click and copy this node. Again right click on the screen and paste the node in x direction of 4 meter length. Click on OK. Select the next node. Again copy it and paste the node in x direction 2 meters. First one is a 4 meter and second one is of 2 meters. Now we have to copy these node in z direction. First I am selecting these two nodes. Copy. You can use Control C and Control V for copy paste. In Z direction, I have to paste these nodes up to 4-meter distance over here. Okay, just provide 4 meter in Z direction. Okay, both the nodes are created. Now select these both nodes. Control C for copy and Control V for paste. In Z direction, I'll repeat or paste in 2 meter to create these two nodes, this one and this one. Okay, now again select these two nodes and paste it in Z direction up to 2 meter. Select the node, copy, paste 2 meters in Z direction. Now one node is left. Just copy this particular node, copy, paste in Z direction, provide 4 meters. We have copied this node up to here. Okay, now select all the nodes, go to geometry, connect beam along x-axis. Okay, again go to geometry, connect beam along z-axis. Okay, all the beams are created. All the three methods are clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can ask.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So for the other plan that you had showed earlier.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. So you had shown the other plan earlier, right?
Yes.
Which has a 4.2 meter. Yeah. So
Yeah.
can't we use the irregular grid method for this?
Irregular grid method. There is not a provision of irregular grid.
So it is in that one,
Sorry. There is no provision of
irregular grid.
When you go to the grids.
So there is. So in the same grid. In the same grid, sir.
No, we can't use this.
So click up on linear, on the green linear. Yeah, on that. No, on the linear. Click on linear. Yeah.
Over here. This particular grid is linear grid. We have two types of grid over here. If you go to create, the default grid is linear. Okay. And we have already
irregular is just a down.
Radial and irregular. Okay.
Yeah. So here we can
irregular grid. I'll just try. Okay.
Yes, sir. Here we can put here we can feed in the values at x and y.
X and y. But look at this.
Okay.
If you feed the values, it is also in the form of some sequence. Okay. Like 1.2, 1.2, 1.4, 1.4, like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If I want a data like 1.7, 1.8, 1.1, like multiple data are there, then it is also not possible.
Yes, sir. Yes. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
That's why I use the copy and paste method. It is better.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other doubt to any member? Or if you want to repeat any one method, like any one of them, okay? Just you can tell me. If you want, I should repeat any one method. No? Clear to all? Okay. Once again, I'll tell you the next one. For this particular, okay? I'll just draw this plan with the help of copy and paste. Because the maximum time we have a data like irregular. There is no similarity from one beam to another beam, okay? So I just choose the copy paste method as is the best method, okay? According to your comfort, you can draw a plan which method you like. I just create one node at 0, 0, 0. take a node cursor, copy this particular node, paste it in x direction, and the distance will be 4.4. Okay. Second node, just I select the second node, copy paste. In x direction, I have to provide 1.8. Okay. What about these two nodes? These three nodes. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Just select all the three nodes and paste it in z direction, and the distance will be 2.7 meters. Select it, copy, paste, z direction 2.7 meters. Okay. Now we need to create this particular node. Just copy this node in x direction, and the distance will be 3.1 meter. Select, copy, paste in x direction 3.1 meter. Okay. Now we have created all the nodes of second row. Come to the third, 1, 2, and 3. Just select all these three nodes, first, second, and third, and paste it in 3.2 meter distance in a z direction. Select it, hold your control button, okay, while you're selecting. Control C and V for paste, and the distance will be 3.2 meter in z direction. Now we have created. Select all the nodes, go to geometry, connect beam along x-axis. Okay. Again go to geometry, connect beam along z-axis. Okay. Created all the beams. Now what we have to do, we need to repeat these floors in y direction now. Okay. Just select particular all the beams, go to translational repeat. All the floors are repeated in a y direction. Okay. Just we need to repeat this particular one floor in another y direction. So I just select the global direction will be y. Number of steps I am providing 4 because I want a 4 floor building. Default space spacing I am providing 3 meter because I want each of the floor height is 3 meter. Click on the link step button and okay. When you go to the isometric view, you can see my building is ready. Okay. What we did, I just undo it, select the particular floor, go to translational repeat, select y direction because I want to repeat this floor in y direction. I just provide number of steps as number of floors, provide a default spacing. It is a height of 1 story. Then go to link steps and okay. It will repeat in a y direction. Now what is next? We need to create slab in between the beams. Okay. We need to create slab in between the beams. For that, just go to front view, select all the floors, hold your control button and drag a window like that. Okay. Select all the floors from front view. First take front view, hold control button and drag window. And then click on the fill floor grade with plate over here. You can also go to the geometry and create infill plates. Okay. All the plates are created. To view 3D, for the 3D view, just right click and go to 3D rendering. Right click on the screen and please ensure no structure will be selected over here. Okay. All the structure should be unselected. Then go to 3D rendering and you will see a 3D view of the particular structure. Now what is next? we need to provide property, support and load. Up to this particular step, if you have any doubt, you can ask. This is all about the creating model of a building. You can create now all type of model, any building you can create a model of it. Just have a plan of a building, set 0, 0, 0 over here. Okay, create one node at 0, 0, 0 from the coordinates and copy the node in x direction, copy this node in z direction to repeat. Then join a beam in between the nodes. Okay. Any doubt, Aishwarya, Gautam? Sir, if curve beam over here, how to model it? I'll tell you, Shahid. Okay. There is a provision of curve beam also. We can draw a curved beam. Just go to geometry, add beam, add curved beam, and you will provide the values. Then it will create a curved beam. We will do one problem over it. Okay. Any problem? Pratik, Prashant? In today's class or in a previous classes? Yes, we will do steel design also. Okay. In next class, we will discuss how we can apply the properties of beam, column, and slab. Okay. If you have no doubt, I'll just continue. Okay. If I ask any question, just type yes or no. If you have any doubt, then type yes or no, whatever it is. Continue. Okay. Go to general, property, define. Go to general over here, property, and go to define. In define, just select rectangle because I want a rectangular beam and columns, and providing 0.35 meter as a depth of beam and 0.25 meters as a width of the beam. Depth of the beam 0.35 meter, width of the beam 0.25 meter. Go to add, and I just want to make a column of a square cross section. YD will be 0.35 and ZD will be also 0.35. Add. For slab thickness, just go to thickness over here and provide 0.12 meter. I am providing a 0.12 meter thickness as a slab thickness. Add and close. Select the first one. This is property for all the beams. Go to front view. Select all the beams only. Okay. Drag window like that horizontally so that you can select all the beams only. Take a method as assigned to selected beams. Assign, and yes, we have assigned all the properties to the beam. Select the next one. Go to front view again and select all the columns only. Please do not select a window like that. It is looking like column is selected, but at the back side beams are also selected over here. So please select or drag a window like that. Hold your control button and drag window. Now you can see we have selected all the columns only. No beams are selected. Take a method as assigned to selected beams, assign and yes. Okay. Go to plate thickness. I am providing this particular size of plate to all the plates. So I have to take a method as assigned to view. When I choose the assign to view method, it will apply in all the plates at a time. Assign to view, assign and yes. Look at this. This property is applied to the whole structure, to all the plates. For support, just go to support and create. I am providing a fixed support. Add, select the support, go to front view again and select all the bottom nodes. Okay. Assign to selected nodes, assign and yes. Now we have assigned all the fixed support to particular structure. What is your homework today? Just go and read IS 875 part 1 and IS 875 part 2. Okay, it's your homework for today. Go and read both the codes, IS 875 part 1, IS 875 part 1 and 2. I'll ask you questions, okay, over it, what you read on it. Why we use IS 875 part 1 and part 2? Just tell me, Sahid. What is the use of IS 875 part 1 in civil engineering? For load, which load? Dead load. Part 1 is for dead load and part 2 is for live load. Okay, so you need to read both the codes, part 1 and part 2, for dead load and live load. Okay guys, if you have any doubt up to this particular step, you can ask. In next session, I'll tell you how we can apply actual dead load to the structure, okay, and actual live load according to IS code. We will discuss code on a class, but please download it from Google and have a look of it. Okay guys, any doubts? Okay Aishwarya, and may I end the session if you don't have any doubt? Sir, can we make open to the button of building, bottom of the building because of foundation? Yeah, we can make a open base also. Just delete all the beams of bottom. We can do this. We can delete all the beams of the bottom floor like that. If you don't need a slab also, take a plate cursor and delete all the slab. It will look like this, open base. Okay. Okay guys, thanks for joining. See you in the next class.